Zambia and the Comoros, just like you'd expect in any derby. It was a COSAFA derby, very tightly contested encounter, but no goals in this one in Group A. Same group as Morocco and Mali. Aaron Mukwana is probably the only one happy with the goalless draw because the defenses did well.
Well,
or not.
To be fair, it was, well, I would say Zambia have improved compared to the game against Mali in terms of transition in defense. But now the problem was now going forward.
Yeah.
You know, that principles of attack, given the width, that speed dribbling as well, right options in the final third, they were not there. So I'm sure that Moses Chione, that's something that now he will look into and try to improve in.
And Comoros, coach, how did you see them today?
Yeah, look, they started very well, Tabiso, in terms of control, dominance, possession, building up from the back. But in the later parts of the match, I thought, you know, Aaron, they didn't maintain the same football action.
Yeah.
They didn't maintain the same structure. Of course, with some subs coming in to try and get freshness, but they lost the fluidity, the discipline, the structure. So hence, they looked less dangerous. And then Zambia picked up also with some subs, taking the likes of Fashion Sakala out to put in Joseph on the wing, Joseph Banda just for fresh legs, and maybe more penetrations. But I just thought that today's match, the problem was final third play.
Yeah, well, there was almost a goal. There was a goal, but it was disallowed by VAR. Mizioni thought he had put his country ahead here, but there's a foul right in that middle, coach, there, and we all agreed that it was a foul.
Definitely a foul on Owen Tempo by Yassin, and but it's just a pity that they didn't get this goal, because you look at the final third action in terms of the dribble, the pass, and I thought that it could have been a very good goal if there was no foul in the middle, but it's a good call from the referee, because definitely Aaron Owen Tempo was fouled there in the middle of the park. And
he stayed down to make sure he gets the referee's attention.
Yeah, no, he wasn't, as we said, about being honest from Petson Daka.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to fall so you can be able to, you know, that's an opportunity for a team actually.
That's the foul?
That's a foul. I mean, it's a clear foul there, but obviously moving it forward, it ended up being a disallowed goal. But you could see, coach, that you know, Comoros wanted it. The first half belongs to Comoros. That ball rotation, you know, overload to isolate on the other side, those players coming in pockets. Right options. So they looked at as we spoke about, most players actually have they are born in France. You could see that the technique it was sound. So first half, really, I think they impressed me a lot.
Yeah, 0-0. Well, 0-0 full time, 0-0 at half time. Not many chances, but here is the player of the match. Must have been a tough one to find a player of the match for this one, because it didn't look like there was anybody that stood out. Coach, was it good for you?
Initially, he kept shape, but in terms of just blocking and breaking opposition attacks in the middle, I thought Yusuf Saido was disciplined. He kept nice shape, just protecting also Yassin Bohane there in the midfield of the park. But to say maybe he's the man of the match, I just thought in one phase where he was not present was the attacking phase. Didn't really take more shots around at goals. Didn't really make those vertical passes to create something for the attackers. But we just have to say credit to him for breaking up play.
Yeah.
And also to protect the defense of Comoros.
I was quite surprised, coach. I was quite surprised for Coach Cousin to take out Vessin.
Because he seemed to be the playmaker.
I mean, for me, actually, you know, with the clips that I saw him playing. He's a ball player. He connects, you know, he can protect defense, and of course with ball rotation. I mean, as now we see the group there: Morocco on 3 points, Zambia 2 points, Mali 1, and Comoros 1.
Yeah,
it favors. I mean, Zambia, they're still there. They're still there, but the question is, can they be able to make it through?
Yeah, Morocco and Mali coming up later on. Remember, top 2 goes through automatically, and then the 4 best placed number 3s. If there is a tie, CAF uses head-to-head between the teams first to separate the sides if they are tied on points, and then it will go down. Eventually, it will be goal difference, but it's also goal scored between the 2 teams. Also, that will count. But firstly, it is head-to-head there. So looking forward then to the big one. Morocco up against Mali coming up next year on SABC Sport. Coach Steve Kompela or Dr. Kumalo ready for that one with Vusiwe. Thank you to Coach Thabo Sonong. Thank you to Aaron Mokwena Mbazo there. We thought we were going to say Zambia Kuchala, Zambia to the world, but they didn't deliver today, but they'll take a point. That's it from us then for Group A, 15th game.